If you follow this channel for a while, you know that I stick to scientific evidence 90% of the time, and maybe 10% of my videos include some small self-experiments. But I almost never talk about personal anecdotes, meaning that something I did in the past changed my body in this or that way. Because I always feel like that I'm just a NS1 experiment and this is not scientifically or statistically significant. However, what I hope to accomplish with this video is to show you how just a little tweak in your diet can make a hell of a difference for a certain health issue you might be having for a while, as it did for me with my knee pain. Okay, so without further ado, why did I have knee pain to begin with? So let me tell you a little story. It kind of all started on a summer vacation in Greece when we went cliff jumping. I would not recommend that you do it, but it seemed safe at that time. And it was not even that the water was not deep enough, but I went head first, a wave hit me and it bent my back a little bit too much. And so I had a little back injury for a couple months, which then actually led to the fact that I couldn't do deadlifts, squats or anything like this at the gym. And so relied on some alternative exercises, which was leg press for me at the time. And then I kind of overdid leg press, like 2 leg workouts per week, and always trying to increase my weight. And this eventually led to my knee pain. That's how it all started. And unfortunately, even when the back pain was fixed and I could do other exercises again, the knee pain kind of persisted. It didn't go away. And also, like when I rested for a week, it might have gotten better, but it never completely disappeared. And then by coincidence, I found out a way on how to make it disappear. So let me come to this now. So then during another vacation, more recently, me, my girlfriend and another couple, we went to Iceland and traveled around the country. And for one hotel we were staying at, they provided cod liver oil for breakfast. So we always had a shot of cod liver oil for breakfast, and my girlfriend actually ended up buying some cod liver oil later in Iceland and took it with her to the States, because she was aware of the fact that she was consuming a lot of fish, and we all know that fish is healthy, and so she wanted to fix this. And about 2 weeks later, she just mentioned casually while I was talking to her that her knee pain she was also having for a while from running completely disappeared. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why do you think this is the case? And she was saying the only thing that I made different now was really having like this cod liver oil shot, or not shot, I think she had capsules every morning. And I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense, right? Because I've learned before that, okay, omega-3 fatty acids are very anti-inflammatory, so it made sense to me. And I also started to look into the literature, which I will present a little bit later in this video. But what I did was like, okay, that's already an NS1, so maybe if I can do it, if she can do it, I might be able to do this too. So I increased my fish intake quite a bit, and I also got some supplements, because sometimes it's not always easy to get enough fish into your diet. So I ended up consuming about 2 grams of omega-3s daily. It sounds high, as the usual recommendation is somewhere between 250 and 500 milligrams. But what I read throughout my research was that you probably should go a little bit higher than these recommendations, especially if you have an issue you want to have fixed. And it was amazing. It worked super fast. After, I want to say a week, my knee pain was gone. And I could also reduce then my dosage to, let's say, 1 gram. So it fluctuates depending whether I eat fish or not. I kept the supplements for a while and it was really great. But when I stopped taking it for a while, that's also how you test if your hypothesis is right. When I stopped taking it for a while, my knee pain returned. At least if I did a lot of exercise like deadlift, squats, and also table tennis. For those of you who don't know, I used to play a lot of table tennis, and if I now play, it's kind of a weird movement for my body, so it might give me some knee pain if I don't supplement. and that's really interesting for me. So I will make another video where I explain a little bit more in detail why omega-3 fixes inflammation and how this eventually also can fix your knee pain and joint issues in general and many other things. But for this video, I just want to end it with showing you a study that also kind of proves that omega-3 fatty acids can be used to fix your joint pain. So one study looked at the health benefits of omega-3 supplementations for patients with rheumatoid arthritis. So rheumatoid arthritis is an inflammatory disease that affects usually the joints and leaves them painful and sometimes swollen. So they divided this group of patients into two groups, and one group got a supplement containing, I think, 1.8 grams of DHA and 2.1 grams of EPA, so pretty high concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids, while the other group simply received a placebo. And at the end of the study, after 12 weeks, they checked for the symptoms and the severeness of the disease. And they found that for the omega-3 supplementation group, almost everyone got quite a bit, so statistically significant, better through this omega-3 fatty acid supplementation, while on the placebo group almost nobody improved, not surprisingly. So even for an inflammatory disease, like for really a disease and not just simple knee pain I had, omega-3 fatty acid supplementation seems to help by most likely acting anti-inflammatory in your body. Alright, that's my story with a little bit science mixed in, and I guess also the story of my girlfriend, how she kind of initiated all of this. If you like these kinds of videos, please consider giving me a thumb up. Also consider subscribing. Then thank you for watching and see you next time.